Well, of course, hurricane season is right around the corner. June 1st it starts. As part of hurricane preparedness, I tell everyone every year that reviewing your insurance policy should be high on your priority list. Here to help us with that is Tim Johns from Zephyr Insurance. Good morning, Tim.
Aloha, Chevy.
So when I think about this, early in my career, I think it was 2005, I was in Biloxi, Mississippi at Weather Officer School, and Katrina came through and just devastated the area.
Right.
And what I realized right away was that people had maybe some hurricane insurance, but they didn't have storm surge insurance, or they had flooding insurance, but they didn't have wind to cover winds, and they were, I mean, it ruined their lives. They were devastated because they weren't covered. And the last thing you want to think about is that I'm not covered after a storm hits. So can you tell us about Zephyr Insurance and what you offer?
Sure. Zephyr, we're the leading residential hurricane insurance provider here in the islands. And most of your viewers may know, but some of them may not, that in 1992, when Hurricane Iniki hit us, most of the insurance providers, in fact, all of them, ran for the hills, basically, and stopped providing hurricane insurance here in the islands. So that created some real problems for Hawaii homeowners. So we're a local company that was created to fill that hurricane insurance void, and we've been in business for over 20 years now. As you said, a hurricane not only has the power to mess up somebody's home, but their sense of security and their financial future. So our mission is to provide that security and to protect people's homes, make sure that their losses are covered in a time of disaster, especially a hurricane.
Yeah, you're saying they were running for their lives about, after Iniki, but we get hit so infrequently here, you would think that, the odds are with the, the insurance companies anyway. So
yeah.
What does hurricane insurance cover, and is it required? Sure,
right. Hawaii law does not require hurricane insurance coverage for your home. But if you have a mortgage, like most of us do, then the mortgage company is going to require hurricane insurance because we're in a hurricane zone, even though it is infrequent, knock on wood, but they do require that. So the hurricane policy, what that covers, and we go into a little bit more detail, but what that covers is damage to your home caused by hurricane winds. And then any of the covered losses then would be reimbursed by folks like us.
And that's the thing, hurricane winds. Now, if there's storm surge and flooding, is that a separate policy?
Right, so there's a lot of confusion around that, so maybe Homeowners Insurance 101 is helpful. So there's three types of insurance policies that cover your home. One is a general homeowner's coverage, and that covers damage to your home or your carport, your garage, and some of your personal items, depending on what's covered. The second policy is the hurricane policy, and that one kicks in when hurricane wind. It protects against hurricane winds. The homeowner's policy wouldn't cover that. They cover, so if there's damage caused by hurricane force winds, and we'll talk about what triggers that, that's what the hurricane policy covers. The third policy is the flood policy, and that's the one that down in Houston and Louisiana, those problems have a lot of trouble with that. So generally the way it works, if rain comes in, let's say your roof blows off or your windows blow out, and rain or water comes in from above, that's covered by the hurricane policy. If it's a storm surge, a river overflowing, a stream overflowing, or wash up, that's flood insurance. Most people in Hawaii have homeowners and have hurricane. A lot of people in Hawaii do not have flood insurance, even if they're not in the flood zone.
Wow. So each year you conduct an outing where it's free, and people can come and get free advice and outline what you just did, because it's hugely important that, because I can see how it's very easy for people to say, well, I got hurricane insurance and I'm covered no matter what. Right. But it's not. And these kind of events will decipher that.
Yeah, you don't want people to have any, unpleasant surprises after the fact. I thought I was covered, I'm not covered. So they should really talk to their insurance agent. But every year what Zephyr does is we do a hurricane preparedness drill. So we do it every year. We have our staff and our agents and our policyholders go through a drill as if a hurricane hit, and what are we going to do, and how do we cover it, and how do you file a claim, and all of that. So this year we're doing it on Kauai next week. May 24th, we're offering something free to the public at the Hilton Garden Inn in Wailua Bay. All day long. It starts at 10, runs till 3, and we'll have hurricane insurance providers, we'll have insurance agents, government agencies, nonprofits, first responders talking about hurricane prep, what should people be doing to get ready for it, and then what kind of coverage they need if it happens, and, you know, if it does happen and they have to file claims. So 10 o'clock, starts at 10, Hilton Garden Inn, Wailua Bay, free to the public. We're giving away door prizes and hurricane, you know, gift cards and hurricane prep kits, and it'll be a fun time.
So it's fun. It's fun on top of that. Yeah, it's because you don't want to be confused this time of the year, especially, and you can clear all that up if they go to this free event. Now, one thing I did read, I think it was in our communication about. Okay, so a hurricane is coming. It's in the Central Pacific.
Okay.
Well, I don't have it. I'm just going to run out and get me some insurance. There are specific rules.
A couple of things. Once, like you said, the Central Pacific Hurricane Center, they're the ones that trigger, they're the ones that say a hurricane's coming. Once a hurricane watch or warning is issued for our state, two things happen with the insurance. One is most of the coverage for wind damage in your homeowner's policy clicks off, and that's when the hurricane policy kicks in. So that's kind of a handoff. The regular homeowners won't cover it once a hurricane is declared, but that's when we come in. And then the other thing is, like you said, once that watch or warning is issued, a moratorium goes in place and you can't go buy insurance. So now's the time to kind of check with your agent, see what kind of coverage you have. Like I said, if you have a mortgage, your mortgage company's probably already got you on that, but if you don't, then you probably should check with your agent, see what kind of coverage you went. We don't know yet, but it could be a busy season for us, as you've been predicting. You know, the La Nina season is around the corner. So
yeah, and it's very important. Actually, it's pretty generous of the insurance companies to wait until the watch and warning, and not like before hurricane season. If you ask me. Well, thank you very much, Tim. This is much needed information. Go to this event. It's free, and you got door prizes. How can you beat that? Great information.
Great.